Hog Cast.
I walked off an airplane recently and checked the board for my connecting gate. Didn't have a lot of time, and I had a number of calls to make, wanted to buy a change of clothes, and I needed to use the restroom. Oh, and my battery was almost dead. So with no time to spare, I headed off in the direction of my destination. I followed the human river, hurried on my way, kept my head down, returned the text, used the restroom, bought a change of clothes, and each time I came out to the aisle, I returned to the same direction I had been going. Sometime later, I arrived at a very unintentional destination, a dead end. I looked up and there was literally nowhere to go but back the same way I had come. As I made an about face and shook off the regrets and negativity that I knew would keep me from gleaning the lessons I could otherwise learn, I contemplated the numerous errors I had made along the way to my dead end. First, to my credit, I actually did do some things right. After all, I did stop and check the board to ensure I knew where I was going, A24. And after all, I did keep moving and at an energetic pace. Shouldn't I realize the benefit of knowing where I wanted to go and working so hard to get there? So what were the mistakes I made? First off, I followed the human river. You know, the crowd is often not headed where you're headed. Secondly, I failed to keep my head up and give attention to the sights and sounds and signs all around me that could have redirected my steps. Thirdly, I unwittingly allocated a disproportionate value to my activity rather than my direction. Making the above errors resulted in wasted energy, wasted time, and a big disappointment at the end of those investments. Honestly, it was a bit demoralizing to realize I had arrived at a destination that I myself had chosen every step of the way. Nowhere. Then the painful backtracking of all my missteps just to get back to where I started from. And yes, I had to hurry to make up the time because my wrong turn could easily cause me to miss my flight. You know, missing your short-term destination will delay or keep you from reaching your long-term destination. You see, the gate was my short-term destination, but my destination was home that night. Every dead end starts with a wrong turn. Don't follow the crowd. They're often not headed where you're headed. Do your own thinking. Unproductive detours are prolonged by a failure to pay attention to the signs all around you. Sometimes we even do see the signs, but we choose denial over acceptance of realities that exist outside of our control. On your way back from a dead end, be sure and glean the lessons from your detours to reduce the chances of repeating your mistakes. What dead end are you headed for? Or maybe you've even already arrived. A dead end job, a dead end relationship. Perhaps it's a value system you've bought into or a spending pattern you've allowed yourself to engage in. Whatever it is, pay attention and turn around. A great future awaits you on the other side of a 180-degree change in direction. Maybe you are on the fast track to a happily ever after, but be sure to keep your head up and pay attention to the signs and your direction as well as the pace you're keeping to get there. Otherwise, you may be really disappointed when you arrive. Thank you, and I'll see you on the next Hog Cast.
Hog Cast.